So right now I have a really big show coming up on Monday the 26th, so I haven't really had a lot of time to record any videos because I'm recording videos for this event and then I'm going to release them after. But that's why I didn't post on Tuesday because I was busy shooting something. But I figured I'll do something really easy, and I have this journal from when I'm guessing, oh, grade 8, so I was like 13 or so. So I'm just going to read some stuff from it. This is from April 17th. I guess that would have been 1997 or 1998, I think. Yeah. The death of my poor chameleon. Early this morning I got out of the shower and noticed that my chameleon was lying in the bottom of his cage. There was a large crowd of crickets hovering over him. I shoved them away with my hands and found that he had holes bitten throughout his body. His eyes were pushed deep into his head, so he must have died while I was sleeping and had a chance to start to decompose. That afternoon, when I came home from school, I took a stick from my front lawn before I came in. I I killed all the crickets who killed my poor chameleon with that stick. I knew which ones did or didn't contribute because the largest were the only ones strong enough to do the deed. The smaller ones I released into the wild. I put my chameleon on a paper plate and folded it up and taped it shut. I wrote Mr. Chameleon on the paper plate. After that I put it in the freezer, not so I could eat it or anything, just so it wouldn't rot any further. A few days later I reopened the freezer to give it a proper burial. I was a little worried before I opened the freezer because once I had a frozen hamster and I never found it again. But it was in there. I ran to the basement and blew the dust off our Bible and brought that up along with our chameleon. I brought that out along with my chameleon outside. Here lies Piper Chameleon, or finally known as Mr. Chameleon, to keeper and friend Juliana Schley. I read a couple of passages from the Bible afterwards. It must have looked like a lunatic because I was talking all by myself. I came inside after that and I looked out the window and sighed. All of a sudden I heard a rustle in the cage of my dearly departed. It was a cricket that had survived. I was about to kill it, but then I looked at it and said, "You'll be my pet." And he was. But I think someone threw it out or something because I just realized I haven't seen my cricket in its cage in a few days. It just disappeared. The same thing happened to my pet fly, Harry, in first grade. I actually didn't read this ahead of time, and that was way more dark. It covers murder, the disappearance of my pet cricket, death. I killed crickets with a stick. I accused some of murder and some not of murder. I'm kind of surprised right now. I really wasn't expecting when I read that. I talked about putting a dead chameleon in a freezer and about my hamster disappearing from the freezer.